Most people associate Africa with a low cost of living, but I'm living in Cape Town right now, and it's the most expensive city in Africa, so I'm not sure it really lives up to that reputation. To find out, this week I'm gonna track all of my expenses from food to transportation, housing, activities, and we're gonna find out how expensive it really is to live here in Cape Town. You'll notice I walk nearly everywhere, so I really won't have too much spending on transportation. I'm starting day one with a lower body lift. I love this gym, and it's way better pricing than the chain gyms like Virgin Active. I pay only 650 Rand monthly, so technically about 22 Rand per day, but I'm not going to include it for this week's expenses since the payment was made beforehand. Also, if you're curious about the Virgin Active pricing, they do have good prices if you're here and you can do a 12-month membership, but because I'm only here for a couple of months, it has to be a monthly one, and it's over 2,300 per month, so it really wasn't worth it. I have an appointment for a lash lift today, but I have a little bit of time before then, so I'm just planning an upcoming video right now, and as usual, I'm walking to the lash appointment. I meal prep every single weekend. I do 12 meals. Each of those meals are 400 grams ground beef. That's for 2 meals. So I usually do 200 grams ground beef, 400 grams cauliflower rice. That's 1 meal. I do 12 of those. But here's what happened. This week, the grocery store actually ran out of cauliflower rice, so they only sent me half the amount that I ordered. I went to order again yesterday, and they're still out of stock. So I'm replacing cauliflower rice with just some vegetables. So these are frozen vegetables to have with half of this ground beef. I also usually have a plate of these vegetables just on the side, so I'm still gonna have that because this is just replacing the cauliflower rice. By the way, I'm not including any price on this because I bought this all last weekend. I will include the grocery price, obviously, when I buy groceries this week, but for these meals that I'm having at home, I'm not increasing the amount because, as I said, I already paid for it, but I will include the groceries, obviously, when I buy them. So yeah, that's basically my meal. Very, very easy because I meal prep. I love to meal prep and then not have to do anything during the week. Saves so much time. I love to not think about what I have to eat. I don't have to think about the protein in anything or the calories or anything because it's just the same thing every day. So yeah, that makes it really easy. So I'm just going into a presentation right now, so I'm not going to be spending any money for the next few hours. And as I said, we're going to get started in the next couple minutes, just waiting for everyone to join in here. I'm in Cape Town, so for me it is 3:30, almost 3:30. You guys can let me know in the chat. I usually like to break my workday up with a quick walk, so I'm going on a walk right now to the grocery store. And typically I pick up some fruit and a snack with some protein so I can hit my protein for the day. So I'm heading there and I'll show you the prices. I'm really just working for the rest of the day, so no more spending. Day 2, today is a beautiful summer day here in Cape Town, and I have a Thai massage booked for today, which makes it even better, so I'm working up a little bit of pain for them to massage out later today. There's a kind of sketchy area on the way to the massage place, so I'm just gonna take an Uber. Here's the full price list if you're curious, but I'm doing 60 minutes for 480 Rand. There's a Woolworths near the massage place, so I'm just picking up some quick lunch, and the Uber home is 49 Rand. I'll give you a full grocery haul when we get home. Picked up a couple of things for lunch today. So I've got breast fillets, already come seasoned, so super easy. I'm just gonna pop these in the oven, and that's going to be lunch, half of this, because this is a lot. I think these are 4 chicken breasts, so I'll have 2 with some vegetables. So yeah, that looks pretty good. This is 120 Rand. I also saw mango, but a bit confused with the price. I got charged 65 Rand. Anyway, I don't really know. I think I read the price wrong. I thought it said 15 Rand, and I saw here that it said Rand. Maybe it's for each one, 15, but then it's 30. Yeah, I don't really know. Anyway, the price is fine. So 2 mangoes, these looked really beautiful, so I had to pick them up. You can see the colors, they're perfect. So I got those, and then I also got this chicken breast. Gonna pop this in the oven, cook it. So yeah, overall grocery, 184 and 98 cents. Also, the massage was quite good. I got a Thai massage. They massaged my head. That's why my hair is all over the place. Very good massage. I feel very relaxed. That's good. I think I'm gonna start doing weekly or maybe bi-weekly massages because it just make you feel so good. So yeah, anyway, I need to cook quickly because I'm starting work in 25 minutes and I want to at least have this cooked before I start so I don't have to be worrying about the oven and stuff because I have meetings. So before work starts, I'm gonna do a bit of laundry. I have in-unit laundry, luckily, so I don't have to pay anything extra for that. But yeah, I've got a whole basket of clothes I need to wash. So I'm gonna do this before work starts as well. This is pretty crazy. There hasn't been load shedding in Cape Town for over a year. There's load shedding today. And this specific building, the host had told me that this building was unaffected by load shedding before, but my power just went out. So, oh, it didn't go out. Never mind. All right, I'm headed out to pick up some dinner and I need a few things from the store, so I'll show you how much everything costs. Okay, went to the store, little grocery haul. I'll show you everything I bought. Too many receipts here. At Clicks Pharmacy, I picked up some hair ties. Hair ties were 36 rand, or 35.99 I should say. And I also picked up some Q-tips, 12.99. Total after VAT, 48.98. I actually went to Woolworths because I wanted to pick up some sashimi, but they didn't have any, unfortunately. Well, they did, but it was half salmon, half tuna, and I really don't like tuna sashimi, so no sashimi today, unfortunately. Pick and Pay, I picked up Future Life, $9.99. There's no VAT on this, so it's just $9.99. Since I couldn't find sashimi, can't have that for dinner, I'm just gonna have one of the chicken breasts that I have left, and that will be dinner. Unfortunately, I'll try to find sashimi some other time because I really wanted sashimi, so maybe tomorrow or Sunday, or I don't know. I'll try to find some sashimi because I really like it and I need at least once a week have some sashimi. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna spend for the rest of the day. I'm gonna have dinner. I have my snacks and whatnot. I'm gonna hit my protein and I'm just gonna be working for the rest of the day. Pretty boring Friday. This is what my Fridays actually usually look like. I usually have pretty heavy work Fridays, but tomorrow's Saturday, then Sunday, and I definitely have some more fun plans for Saturday and Sunday. So I'll see you tomorrow for some more spending. This weekend was so much fun. The footage was beautiful, but after I left Cape Town, I lost day 3 to 7 of this footage, along with a lot of other footage actually. So instead of walking you through day 3 to 7, obviously I have the expenses, but I feel like it'd be really boring if I just sat here listing off what I spent. So instead I'll just take you through the general costs that didn't end up getting included in those first couple days. So number 1 is the apartment. My apartment was in the Gardens area of Cape Town, pretty close to the city center. I could walk to the city center, but it was in Gardens, so it was a little bit safer. And I was there peak summer in Cape Town. I was there from December until February. I noticed that the prices were a little bit more expensive on Airbnb during that peak season. I paid $1,700. I think it was 1,776 USD exactly at the time. Again, if you go during a different part of the year, you can get that exact same place way less expensive, or you could just pick a different area, whatever. It was a nice apartment for sure. Probably one of the nicest apartments that I've stayed in. Just the views were insane, floor to ceiling, corner unit. It was gorgeous. But you can definitely get way less expensive in Cape Town. Other expenses. This was 1 week of grocery. I already had a little bit of ground beef at home, so I got a little bit less than usual. Bunch of cauliflower rice, as you guys know I love. Lychees. I was a bit obsessed with lychees during this time. It comes cut already, so I love getting these frozen vegetables because it makes it just really easy so that I have to do very, very little prep in the kitchen. This one is going to be a little bit less expensive than usual because, as I said, I'm getting less ground beef. Total looks like 1,141-ish rand. I believe it was just under 50 US dollars at the time. You can pick your time slot. I always found Checkers 360 to be pretty reliable in terms of the time that they deliver, so I never had any issues with that. Small delivery fee, you can leave a tip. I asked Reddit to see, like how much people on average tip for Checkers 360, and I just went along with that. And that's pretty much it for ordering. It was super easy. You could track the order. And yeah, in general, would recommend Checkers 360. Obviously, it's not sponsored in any way, but you can see, yeah, $48.78 was the total for this week. Aside from that, I would day-to-day pick up things like fruits or little snacks, or if I wanted sashimi or something on whatever day. So that wasn't everything I was spending on food. But I generally do tend to spend quite a lot on food because I eat a lot of animal protein. I just don't limit it. I don't have kids or anything like that. I have a family. I only have one mouth to feed, so I don't have to, thankfully, budget that too much, so I don't try to. Obviously, again, you can go way less expensive. I'm sure you could go to certain places where the grocery store is less expensive or whatever it is, but I wasn't too concerned about that, which is why you'll notice that the price is not that much cheaper than what you would get in the United States, a lot of European countries and cities. So yeah, nothing too crazy or different on the food. Cost of eating out varied a lot, which I think it varies everywhere, right? Because there's a huge, wide scale of places that you could go to eat. So I did notice though that you could go to a nicer place for a lower cost compared to somewhere like London or Toronto that it's a little bit more expensive to eat out. I think the easiest way is just to put it on a scale, comparing it to other cities. As I said, London is probably one of the most expensive places that I've been to in terms of eating out. Toronto, also more expensive than a place like Cape Town. Morocco, all the cities that I went to, which I went to a lot of the major ones, way more expensive than somewhere like Latin America. So it's in between those two. Last recurring cost is the phone plan. My phone plan, I initially got, I think I got telecom and it was awful. Do not recommend getting telecom at all. It was horrible. A lot of places, and as I said, I was pretty central in the city, so there's no reason why I shouldn't have coverage there. And there were a lot of areas where I wouldn't have coverage, or it would be off for certain hours. It was awful. So do not get telecom, because I see that one recommended a lot online. I ended up getting, I think Vodacom is what it's called. I need to check the charge on my card, but Vodacom, I believe it's called. It's red and it has a white logo in the middle. Look for that. I paid 148 Rand, so about $8 for the monthly plan. I don't remember exactly how many gigabytes I had, but minimum I would have gotten would be probably like a few gigabytes. That would have been bare minimum that I always need at least a few gigabytes. So for $8 a month, you're going to get at least a few gigabytes and calling and texting and everything like that. So I think those are all the major expenses. Again, I am disappointed that I don't have that footage because it was gorgeous. I'll definitely, at this point, probably I included some pictures from the weekend because it was really beautiful, beautiful footage, beautiful Cape Town footage. If you want to watch one of the recent videos in Cape Town where I did have all the footage, I'll include it up on the screen right now for you to watch, and I'll see you there.